Are you guys ready for Christmas?
Yes.
Is Santa Claus coming? Yes. How many of you are good boys and girls? Everybody's a good boy and girl. That means Santa's going to come to your house. My name is John Hovanesian. Okay? I'm a police officer with Los Angeles Police Department. I've been a police officer for over 27 years.
Whoa! That's a lot of years.
That is a long years, okay? But I'm making a habit, and whenever I get invited by your teacher, Guyane, and I appreciate it, because I love talking to children, I love coming here. Whenever she invites me, I'm going to come here. I hope this is a tradition until I retire, which is 3 more years. But whenever she invites me, I love coming and speaking to you guys. Because you know what? I used to be a teacher before I became a police officer.
Wow.
And my favorite children were preschool and kindergarten kids. Because I did physical activity after class and we played games and stuff. So I really, really love children. And I've worked with children all throughout my career. I coach basketball, I coach football. So I love children. Children are wonderful. Policemen and police officers, female officers, male officers, we love children. We absolutely love kids. Whenever you're in trouble, whenever you get lost, you see someone in uniform, they have a badge, and they have their gun, and they have their uniform on. You should always, we're going to ask questions later. We're going to ask questions later. You should always go to a police officer if you see one. If not, wherever you are, you go to someone that works at a shop, okay? Whenever you go out with your mom and dad, make sure you're always holding their hands, okay? Always. If you're going to shop with your grandma, or you go to the store with grandma, or you go to anywhere, you're walking down the street with anyone from your family, older brother, sister, you always hold their hand because that will stop you from getting hurt. Very important. Another thing is very important and very dear and near to my heart is seat belts, car seats. How many of you seen a car seat?
Me. I have a car seat. I have a car seat.
You should always.
Who doesn't have it? Who does not have it?
I have it.
On your
We should always sit in our car seat. In the morning, when mommy and daddy or grandma or brother or sister bring you to school, you make sure you're in that car seat. You make sure you buckle up. It's for your safety. Because God forbid if you have to stop.
All the day.
Good job. That's what you need to do. And you all should do it. It's very important. Okay? I'm gonna ask you guys. I'm gonna ask later who has questions. And I'm gonna point to you, and you're gonna ask me the question. Right now, I'm just gonna give you just basic information, some stuff so you could remember. Okay? Like for instance, if someone rings the bell at the house, or someone's knocking on the door, should you open the door?
No.
Should you open the door?
No.
You should never open the door. Always you go tell mommy, daddy, grandma, grandpa, older brother, older sister. You tell me someone's at the door, someone's ringing a bell. You do not open the door because you don't know who it is. Okay? So you make sure they know. If something happens, if somebody in the house gets sick, if mommy and daddy get sick, do you know how to call 911?
Yeah.
You should learn how to call 911. Have mommy or daddy. If there's a fire, if there's an emergency, ask mommy and daddy to show you when during emergency to dial 911 and maybe what to say to the operator. Mommy needs help. Daddy needs help. There's a fire. If there's a fire, you do not play with 911. That's for emergency only.
And you don't play with the phone.
And you don't play with the phone, okay? You do.
Or even gun.
Right.
Officer,
Or we not play with the
Wait,
computer.
let's listen.
Alec shared something. She's thinking that when someone knocks the door and she looks out, if they see they look nice, she opens the door.
You
Is
do
that
not.
right? Do
let
we
me tell
know
you.
if they are good or bad?
You cannot tell if someone's good or bad by the way they dress. There are a lot of bad guys that dress nice. They don't always look mean and bad. Sometimes they look very nice. And you think that's a nice person. But you don't know. You let mommy and daddy, grandma, grandpa make that decision. Okay? Or your uncle if he's at home. Or your aunt if she's at home. You do not open the door. I don't care how nice they look. Second, if you ever see a gun, a weapon, laying anywhere, you do not touch a gun. Guns hurt people. They hurt children. In the gun, inside of a gun, there's a thing called bullets. That's what it is. Bullets. When you play with the gun, this will fly out and it will hurt you. It will hurt you. So you do not touch weapons. You do not touch bullets. If you see it, you tell an adult. You tell a teacher. You tell mom, dad, your uncle. Okay? You do not play with bullets.
I have a toy bullet.
Okay. Toy bullets, toy guns are okay. But you do not take toy guns. Okay, do not take toy guns outside. Do not play with toy guns outside. You always play inside the house or in your backyard under the supervision of your mommy, daddy, uncle, grandma, or aunt.
You know,
Okay.
when I had a gun toy, 2 of them, I played inside.
Okay, now let me ask you guys. You are at the mall with mommy and daddy or grandma or uncle, and something happens, you lose track of them, you lose their hand, you're not holding their hands, you get distracted, and you get lost. What do you do? What do you do if you get lost? If you are at the park or at the playground and you get lost, something happens, mommy and daddy lose you. What do?
Call 911. You got it.
Well, if you don't have a cell phone, I don't think any of you have cell
What do
phones.
you do?
Yeah.
You gotta tell a police officer.
If there is no police officer there, what do you
You
do?
wait there.
You tell an adult, okay? If there's someone, an employee, a person who at a mall, if someone is an employee, which means they work at the store, you go let them know, I am lost. Usually they have a name tag. Employees, people who work, they have name tags. Okay? You just say, I'm lost. I lost my mommy. Can you please help me find my mom? And they will maybe call the police, or they might maybe page your mommy or daddy. Try to learn your mommy's and daddy's cell phone number. Very important, or your home phone number.
I know my dad's phone number.
You should all of you should learn cell phone numbers.
Number 2. I know my mom's phone number.
Perfect. See, you should all learn the cell